Students, good morning. And today we just starts our second chapter in physical chemistry point of view, electrochemistry. So, electrochemistry deals with students electrochemical cells and also a qualitative and a quantitative electrolysis, and these two topics we are discussed in this chapter electrochemistry, which is a very important both in IIT mains, advanced and also a NEET point of view. Students, here let me coming to first of all, what are electrochemical cells? Students, electrochemical cell is a device which convert chemical energy into electrical energy or electrical energy into chemical energy, whatever it may be. ఓకేనా? సో కెమికల్ ఎనర్జీని ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఎనర్జీ కింద మార్చినా, లేదు ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఎనర్జీని కెమికల్ ఎనర్జీ కింద కన్వర్ట్ చేసినా, అండ్ దోస్ సెల్స్ సింప్లీ కాల్డ్ ఎలక్ట్రోకెమికల్ సెల్స్. స్టూడెంట్స్, and these electrochemical cells, they are further classified into two major types. The one is galvanic cells, may also called voltaic, and the second one is electrolytic cells. Students, now let me explain what are galvanic cells. Definition is very clear. So galvanic cells are those cells which convert chemical energy from a spontaneous redox reaction. Underline this word, spontaneous redox reaction. Spontaneous redox reaction means both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. So while we look at oxidation phenomena, electrons are loose. While we look at reduction phenomena, electrons are gained. So the movement of electrons obviously conduct some electricity here, and that's why chemical energy converted to electrical energy in such cells what we call galvanic. While we coming to electrolytic cells, opposite to this one, means electrolytic cells are such a device which convert electrical energy from external source of current. Okay, so electrical energy from an external source, it is converted to chemical energy, and such cells what we call electrolytic cells. While we coming to one word here, in galvanic cells, the reactions what carried on are obviously spontaneous reactions. We know already in thermodynamics chapter, if a process is spontaneous, what about change in Gibbs energy? Change in Gibbs energy is less than 0. Okay, but while we coming to electrolytic cell, students keep in mind, so here chemical reactions takes place if and only if we supply some external source of current, some external source of electrical energy. So if you supply some external source of energy, such reactions obviously non-spontaneous. And that's why for electrolytic cells, the change in Gibbs energy is always greater than 0, because in electrolytic cells, non-spontaneous reactions takes place, my dear students. So we are very careful about the major two types of electrochemical cells. Once again here, the one is galvanic, which convert chemical energy to electrical energy, and the another one is electrolytic cells, which convert electrical energy to chemical energy. Students, very important these two cells. But now our today class, we are discussing about the one of the most important concept, the working of galvanic cells, or we also call voltaic cells, by taken as an example Daniell cell. Students, just look at the construction of the one of the simple galvanic cell, and we called it as simply Daniell cell, of course. Most important one, students. Now let me explain what are galvanic cell. Students, keep in mind, first of all, galvanic cell always consists of two off cells. Is it clear, students? Two off cells. Just look at the diagram. This is one off cell, this is another off cell. Okay, so one is called zinc off cell and another one is called copper off cell. Okay, how they are constructed, sir? It's a very clear. If a zinc rod is kept in ZnSO4 solution, a zinc off cell is created, and a copper rod is kept in copper sulfate solution, and a copper off cell is created. Students, is it clear? And now while we coming to one thing here, both off cells are connected through a U-shaped inverted tube, and that's what we call salt bridge. Students, is it clear? Now let me show on the diagram. Okay, now clearly observed. And this is what I am talking about, zinc off cell. The red color shown zinc rod, and the zinc rod dipped in what man? ZnSO4 solution. And here we will be coming to this one, copper rod, and copper rod kept in what man? Copper rod kept in copper sulfate solution, and both are connected to, that's what I am saying, a U-shaped inverted tube, and that U-shaped inverted tube we call it as salt bridge. Students, okay, keep in mind students here how the chemical reactions are going on. This is a very very important one. So here in this particular one students, zinc metal oxidized to Zn+2 ions at anode, okay, and Cu plus 2 ions reduced to Cu metal at cathode. Is it clear students? Now let me explain. So this is zinc rod students, keep in mind. So zinc rod itself acts as anode, okay. So anode carry which charge man? Negative charge here, opposite to electrolytic cell students, okay. So in electrochemical cells, anode carry negative and cathode carry positive charge. We always remember in your mind, most important. Okay, so while we coming to chemical reactions, what is going on here? We just look at that. At anode, zinc metal oxidized to Zn+2 ion. Just look at how it is going on. Zinc converts to Zn+2 by losing 2 electrons. Are you got it? So here the losing of 2 electrons represent a phenomena oxidation. And that's why in electrochemical cells, oxidation takes place at anode. Is it clear now? Sir, what happens at cathode? Sir, what happens at cathode? At cathode, the already copper sulfate solution contain Cu plus 2 ions. Is it clear? And these Cu plus 2 ions students, these Cu plus 2 ions gain these 2 electrons. Okay. And now it is converted to Cu. Okay, and here this is gaining of electrons man, and that the process what we call reduction. Okay, so that's why both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. Okay, and that's why this is the process what we call a spontaneous redox reaction, because both oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. Is it clear, Nana? So students, just keep in your mind, so whenever electrons are moves from zinc rod to copper rod, just look at zinc rod to copper rod. So this is how electrons are moved from zinc rod to copper rod. Okay, now so the movement of electrons creates some electricity. We know already the direction of moving of electrons is always opposite to direction of current. Is it clear, Nana? And that's why current is produced from, my dear students, which rod to which rod man? Copper rod to zinc rod. Is it clear, Nana? So ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో మనకి ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ మూవ్ అయితే ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో మనకి కరెంట్ మూవ్ అవుతుంది స్టూడెంట్స్ త్రూ అవుటర్ సర్క్యూట్. వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ వన్. ఫ్రమ్ జింక్ రాడ్ టు కాపర్ రాడ్, electrons are under movement. From copper rod to zinc rod, current is produced, because both are in opposite directions, my dear students. And students, we are very very careful about such a reactions here, how zinc loses 2 electrons to convert to Zn+2, and how Cu plus 2 ions gain 2 electrons to convert it to Cu. And while we coming to the overall reaction here, 2 electrons mutually cancelled, so the resultant reaction is Zn+2 plus Cu plus 2 gives Zn+2 plus Cu. So this is what we call overall reaction. Students, is it clear? So now students, while we coming to the definition of galvanic cells, once again we just look at what is going on. So which convert chemical energy from a spontaneous redox reactions. Are you got it? This is spontaneous redox reactions, students. Spontaneous redox reactions. Okay, they create the movement of electrons. Is it clear? So that's why here the chemical energy converted to electrical energy, because the movement of electrons gives some current, okay, and which is confirmed by the glow of this bulb, okay. And that's why this is the best example for an electrochemical cell, my dear students. The best example for galvanic cell, which convert chemical energy directly into electrical energy. And that chemical energy obviously produced from a spontaneous redox reactions, students. Students, now let me coming to most important in objective point of view. While we're discussing about this Daniell cell, students, just look at what is going on here. While we're discussing about Daniell cell, what is going on here? Zinc rod loses the mass, whereas copper rod gains the mass. Means zinc rod itself becomes thinner, lose mass, whereas copper rod gains the mass, becomes thicker. Students, are you got it? So zinc rod thinner, copper rod thicker. Sir, how it is possible, sir? Now let me explain while we look at the diagram very clear here. Okay, now students, please observe this one. So here what happens, what reaction carried out in zinc rod? You just look at Zn gives rise Zn plus 2 plus 2 electrons. Am I right? This is the reaction going on. Okay, now this is the reaction. Zinc gives rise Zn plus 2 plus 2 electrons. So means what, sir? Means the amount of zinc which is present in the zinc rod dissolves into ZnSO4 solution, and that zinc converts to Zn plus 2. Are you got it? Means the mass of zinc present in the zinc rod is gradually decreased because some amount of zinc is converted to Zn plus 2 and it is easily dissolves in the solution. So obviously the statement is right. Zinc rod loses the mass. Okay, what about copper, sir? What about copper? What about copper reaction, students? Copper plus 2 ions which are present in this particular solution. Okay, they gain those 2 electrons and it is converted to Cu. Students, are you got it? Means what happens, students? So here some of these Cu plus 2 ions, they are converted to copper and they are further accumulated on the metal rod. They are further accumulated on the metal rod. means students, copper rod gains the mass and that's why it becomes thicker, whereas zinc rod loses the mass, means it becomes thinner. And also students, we observe one thing here. Here in this process, electrons are flow through a wire from anode to cathode, means zinc rod to copper rod, while current flows from cathode to anode. Cathode to anode means which rod to which rod, Ranana? From కాపర్ రాడ్ టు జింక్ రాడ్. నేను అదే ఇంతకు ముందు రిప్రజెంటేషన్లో చూపించాను, మీకు క్లియర్గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఏమో జింక్ రాడ్ నుంచి కాపర్ రాడ్ వైపు మూవ్ అవుతూ ఉంటే, కరెంట్ ఏమో కాపర్ రాడ్ నుంచి జింక్ రాడ్ వైపు మూవ్ అవుతుంది, మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ ద కన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఆఫ్ గాల్వానిక్ సెల్. బట్ స్టూడెంట్స్, ఇన్ ఆబ్జెక్టివ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ, ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ వన్ ఈస్ ద రోల్ ఆఫ్ సాల్ట్ బ్రిడ్జ్ హియర్. ద రోల్ ఆఫ్ సాల్ట్ బ్రిడ్జ్. స్టూడెంట్స్, రోల్ ఆఫ్ సాల్ట్ బ్రిడ్జ్, very very important one. Students, just look at that. In IIT JEE Mains 2014, we have a question on the role of salt bridge in galvanic cell. Students, we are very very careful about the role of salt bridge here. Students, while we coming to what is salt bridge, first of all, salt bridge is, I have already shown in the diagram, a U-shaped, students, a U-shaped inverted tube which is responsible to connect these two half cells. Most important one. Now here the basic question is, salt bridge contains what, sir? Very very interesting one. Salt bridge contains, students, inert electrolytes like KCl and KNO3 in what type of solutions? In a agar-agar gel type solutions. Okay, so these agar-agar gel type solutions makes these electrolytes, the ions present in these electrolytes, they are unable to participate in cell reactions. Okay, now they are not participate in cell reactions. What ions are? Let us consider this is KCl. We have K plus ion and Cl minus ion. So this K plus and this Cl minus ion, they are not participating in such a cell reactions. Okay, and that's the sound what we call, these are inert, students, these are inert. But the most important one, the important roles played by salt bridge, most important in objective point of view, the first role is salt bridge helps in complete the electrical circuit. Okay, by allowing only ions, okay, now under migration. And moreover, salt bridge doesn't allow, it prevents, doesn't allow the mixing of two electrode solutions. Most important, students, keep in mind. And this particular salt bridge which contain KCl or KNO3, which allows only ions to migrate from one solution to another solution, but it doesn't allow the mix up of these two solutions, doesn't allow. Okay, so whenever these solutions are allowed, just imagine what is going on here. Okay, now so my dear students, we just look at, let me explain what it is. మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ స్టూడెంట్స్ ఇది చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయాలి మీరు. ఇప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ రియాక్షన్లో ఏమైందంటే మనం తీసుకున్నటువంటి సొల్యూషన్లో జింక్ టర్న్స్ టు Zn+2 ప్లస్ 2 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్. దిస్ ఈజ్ యాక్చువల్లీ వాట్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ ఆన్. ఓకేనా, సో నౌ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్ హియర్, ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఆర్ మైగ్రేట్ ఫ్రమ్ జింక్ రాడ్ టు కాపర్ రాడ్. ఓకే, ఐఎమ్ అగ్రీ విత్ యూ. But the excess of Zn+2 ions reaches this solution. Excess of Zn+2 ions we have now. How excess of Zn+2 ions, sir? We already have ZnSO4 solution. Equal number of Zn+2 and SO4 minus 2 ions are there actually. Kada. But here some of the zinc is turns to Zn+2. So the excess of Zn+2 ions reaches the bottom of this vessel. Means the entire half cell is excess with, students, the entire half cell is excess with which ions? Zn+2 ions, means positive charge, electrical imbalance, electrical neutrality disturb. Students, are you got it? Then what happens, sir? How we are maintaining electrical neutrality? Just look at, students, how is going on now. So here this is excess of Zn+2 ions, students. Are you agree with me? Excess of Zn+2 ions. So here, students, we just look at what my intention is. The KCl which is present in the given solution, now the Cl minus ions, students, the Cl minus ions are migrate in this direction and reaches this particular space, and now these negative ions balance the excess of positive charge here. Okay, well, what about here, sir? What about in this half cell? In this half cell, what is going on, students? In this half cell, Cu+2 ions gain 2 electrons to give copper. Means equal number of Cu+2, equal number of SO4 minus 2 ions are there. Just imagine. But some of these Cu+2 ions, they are converted to Cu. Okay, means excess of SO4 minus 2 ions are there. Excess of SO4 minus 2 ions are there. Okay, so to balance this negative charge, the K plus ions, students, the K plus ions which are present in this salt bridge as an electrolyte, they are coming to this solution and neutralize that excess negative charge. So there is no imbalance in electrical neutrality. Electrical neutrality maintains. So the maintaining of electrical neutrality is very, very important to complete electrical circuit. That is the most important one. Okay, how it is, sir? It allows only ions, students, but not a mixing of two electrode solutions. Keep in mind. And most important word, we just look at the most important role of salt bridges to maintain electrical neutrality in each half cell. If electrical neutrality disturb, what happens, sir? There is no continuous flow of current. It maintains electrical neutrality in each half cell, my dear students, to give a continuous, students, flow of current. Whenever we found some electrical imbalance, current doesn't flow continuously. Students, are you got it? So current continuously flow happens if and only if electrical neutrality maintains. Electrical neutrality maintains if and only if whenever ions are migrate to opposite cells. Whenever ions, Cl minus ions are moves towards the zinc off cell and K plus ions are moves towards the copper off cell, then only the excess of positive charge or excess of negative charge both are balanced, and then only the electrical neutrality maintains here. If electrical neutrality is not maintained, there is no continuous flow of current. Once there is no continuous flow of current, there is no chance to complete electrical circuit. Okay, now, and that's why salt bridge helps in to complete students, to complete electrical circuit, most important one. And students, the other important thing is it prevents the liquid junction potential. Are you underline that word? Liquid junction potential. Sir, what is liquid junction potential, sir? Students, now let me explain. Students, just imagine here we have a zinc off cell here. Students, just look at, this is a long vessel and a small partition is there, no salt bridge, only partition. And this is ZnSO4 solution, and this is copper SO4 solution, students. Okay, so what happens is that, so here excess of Zn plus 2 ions are there, sir. So here excess of SO4 minus 2 ions are there, sir. Here like this. Okay now, so this positive charge and this negative charge, some potential difference create here, potential difference create here. So some potential difference create here, obviously current is produced inside the circuit. Okay, current is produced inside the circuit, some potential is created, and that potential what we call, students, that potential what we call liquid junction potential. So this liquid junction potential is prevented whenever these two of cells are far apart to each other, and of course they are connected through salt bridge. Okay now, so without salt bridge, positive charge negative charge close together, and that's why they create some liquid junction potential, and this liquid junction potential is makes the incompletion of electrical circuit. Okay now, so that's why the major role of a salt bridge is it prevents the liquid junction potential also. This is also very important one. And moreover, students, the electrolytes what we consider in salt bridge has a special tendency like that the speed of cation is always equals to the speed of anion. Okay now, so both now let me explain. The speed of cation is obviously equals to the speed of anion. My dear students, you represent speed. Okay now, so here both ions have same speed, then only the electrical neutrality maintains here, and this salt bridge is very important, my dear students, to complete electrical circuit and to prevent mixing of electrode solutions, and maintains electrical neutrality in each of cell to give a continuous flow of current, and to prevent liquid students junction potential. And these are all the important roles played by, my dear students, salt bridge here. Now once again we just look at what is the bit going on in our previous examination. Students, this is the bit. In galvanic cell, the salt bridge is very important one. The first option is doesn't participate chemically in the cell reaction. Okay, doesn't participate in chemically in the cell reaction. I think this is the correct one. But doesn't participate in cell reactions. The munde cheppukunnam. And the next one stops the diffusion of ions from one electrode to other, and this is wrong. It doesn't stop the diffusion of ions. It stops only the mixing of solutions. Ions are obviously diffused from one of cell to another of cell. Then if ions are not under movement, electrical neutrality disturbs, student. Kada? So obviously salt bridge allows the diffusion of ions. So that's why wrong. It is necessary for occurrence of cell reaction. This is wrong. This is not at all important to occurrence the cell reaction. Okay now, without salt bridge, both cell reactions are takes place. Both cell reactions. Zinc gives Zn plus 2 plus 2 electrons, and copper plus 2 gains 2 electrons to give a copper. The only purpose of salt bridge is to maintain continuous flow of current. Keep in mind. Okay now, so this is not at all necessary for the occurrence of cell reaction, students. So this helps us only to complete the circuit. So this is also wrong. And now next one, it ensures mixing of two electrolyte solutions. Ensure means allow. So it allow mixing of two electrolyte solutions. This is wrong, students. Okay, and that's why in IIT JEE 2014 we have a question from galvanic cells, the role of salt bridge. Obviously this option is right, students. Thank you. Okay, students, now let me coming to important thing. So here in this particular Daniell cell, students, here in this particular Daniell cell, what EMF is actually generated, sir? It is almost equals to 1.1 volts, students. Almost equals to 1.1 volts EMF is generated in this Daniell cell. But now very important objective questions are there, students. If you are ready to supply some external source of current here with this help of battery to Daniell cell, different cases arises. Okay now, so now the first case is students, if the applied EMF is, students, the applied EMF is from external source of battery is less than 1.1 volts, what happens, sir? 1.1 volts కన్నా తక్కువ కరెంట్ ఇస్తే ఏం జరుగుతుంది, సార్? వెరీ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ వన్. సో 1.1 వోల్ట్స్ కన్నా తక్కువ వోల్టేజ్ ఇస్తే అది ఎలక్ట్రోకెమికల్ సెల్ కిందే బిహేవ్ చేస్తుంది. అంటే ఇప్పటి వరకు జరిగిన రియాక్షన్సే చూడొచ్చు మనం. అంటే ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ ఫ్లో త్రూ జింక్ రాడ్ టు కాపర్ రాడ్, కరెంట్ ఫ్లోస్ త్రూ కాపర్ రాడ్ టు జింక్ రాడ్, and zinc rod loses the mass, copper rod gains the mass. The same phenomena going on if we supply EMF from outer source is always less than students 1.1 volts. But here students, some objective questions are there. If the external EMF is greater than 1.1 volts, స్టూడెంట్స్ సారీ గాట్ ఇట్. ఇప్పుడు వాడు బయట బ్యాటరీ నుంచి పంపించే కరెంట్ 1.1 వోల్ట్స్ కన్నా ఎక్కువట. అంటే డానియల్ సెల్లో క్రియేట్ అవుతున్నటువంటి 1.1 వోల్ట్స్ కన్నా స్టూడెంట్స్ 1.1 వోల్ట్స్ కన్నా ఇప్పుడు వాడు మనకిస్తున్నటువంటి కరెంటే ఎక్కువ. దట్స్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్. ఓకే, సో ఎక్స్టర్నల్ సోర్స్ ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ కనుక ఎక్కువైతే ఏం జరుగుతుంది సార్? ఇఫ్ ద ఎక్స్టర్నల్ సోర్స్ ఆఫ్ కరెంట్ ఈజ్ మోర్, దెన్ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్స్? The excess of electrical energy converts to chemical energy. Keep in mind. Okay, electrical energy converts to chemical energy. Electrical energy converts to chemical energy is not a electrochemical cell. Electrical energy is converted to chemical energy. I'm sorry. The conversion of electrical energy to chemical energy is not a galvanic cell. వాట్ సెల్స్ ఆర్ ఈజ్ ఏ ఎలక్ట్రోలిటిక్ సెల్. మనం ఇంతకు ముందు స్టార్టింగ్ బేసిక్ డెఫినేషన్లోనే చెప్పుకున్నాం, గుర్తుందా మీకు? ఎలక్ట్రికల్ ఎనర్జీ కన్వర్ట్స్ టు కెమికల్ ఎనర్జీ మీన్స్ విచ్ సెల్స్ ఆర్, అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ ఎలక్ట్రోలిటిక్ సెల్. లెస్ దాన్ 1.1 అయితే గాల్వానిక్ సెల్ కింద పనిచేసింది, గ్రేటర్ దాన్ 1.1 అయితే ఎలక్ట్రోలిటిక్ సెల్ కింద పనిచేసింది. ఎలక్ట్రోలిటిక్ సెల్ కింద పనిచేయడం అంటే సార్, అంటే ఇప్పటి వరకు మనం జరిగిన ప్రాసెస్లన్నీ కూడా రివర్స్ అవుతాయి అన్నమాట. సో రివర్స్ రియాక్షన్ టేక్స్ ప్లేస్. సో ఇంతకుముందు గాల్వానిక్ సెల్లో జరిగింది స్పాంటేనియస్, ఇప్పుడు జరుగుతోంది నాన్ స్పాంటేనియస్. ఆల్ ఆర్ రివర్స్డ్ హియర్. పొలారిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రోడ్స్ ఆల్సో చేంజెస్ స్టూడెంట్స్. కీప్ ఇన్ మైండ్, పొలారిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రోడ్స్ ఆల్సో చేంజెస్. నౌ యానోడ్ గెయిన్ పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్, నౌ cathode gain negative charge students, and that's why opposite reaction takes place here. Means zinc deposited zinc electrode, copper dissolves in copper electrode. Copper dissolves means what sir? Cu gives Cu plus 2 electrons. Zinc deposited means what sir? Zn plus 2 electrons gives zinc. And that's why the overall reaction reversed here. Overall reaction reversal means which reactions are non-spontaneous reaction. Non-spontaneous reaction means delta G is greater than 0. Delta G is greater than 0 means this is not a galvanic cell. This is a what cell students? Electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cell. Students, are you got it? Now we just look at copper rod. We are treated as cathode. But copper lose electrons. It is only possible if and only if. Okay, now copper loses 2 electrons here. It is possible. Okay, what about zinc sir? Zinc gain 2 electrons now. Zinc gain 2 electrons and this happens at anode. Gain 2 electrons means what happens? It has positive charge. What happens here? Cathode have negative charge. Means here polarity of electrode changes. ఇంతకు ముందు యానోడ్ నెగిటివ్ కదా, కానీ ఇప్పుడు యానోడ్ పాజిటివ్. ఇంతకు ముందు cathode పాజిటివ్ కదా, ఇప్పుడు cathode నెగిటివ్. స్టూడెంట్స్, you know one thing, galvanic cells and electrolytic cells majorly differ in this aspect. ఈ రెండింటికి మేజర్ డిఫరెన్స్ అదే. గాల్వానిక్ సెల్స్లో అయితే యానోడ్ నెగిటివ్, క్యాథోడ్ పాజిటివ్. కానీ ఎలక్ట్రోలైటిక్ సెల్స్లో అయితే క్యాథోడ్ నెగిటివ్, యానోడ్ పాజిటివ్. అరే ఎలక్ట్రోలైటిక్ సెల్ అంటే ఏంటి సార్? అరే మనం క్యాస్టర్-కెల్నర్ ప్రాసెస్ చూసామేరా ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్లో. క్యాస్టర్-కెల్నర్ ప్రాసెస్, అక్కడ బ్రెయిన్ సొల్యూషన్ని డిజాల్వ్ చేసి ఎలక్ట్రోలైసిస్ చేస్తే Na+Cl- వచ్చాయా? అది ఎలక్ట్రోలైటిక్ సెల్లేగా. అక్కడ యానోడ్ దగ్గర ఏం జరిగింది సార్? అరే యానోడ్ దగ్గరికి Cl- వెళ్ళాయిరా, అంతే కదా. మరి యానోడ్కి ఏ చార్జ్ ఉండాలి సార్? పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ ఉండాలి కదా దానికి, అప్పుడేగా Cl- వెళ్ళేది దాని దగ్గరికి. సో యానోడ్కి పాజిటివ్ చార్జ్ అంటే అది గాల్వానిక్ కాదు. ఏ సెల్ రా నాన్న? ఎలక్ట్రోలైటిక్ రా, ఎలక్ట్రోలైటిక్ అది. ద మేజర్ డిఫరెన్స్ బిట్వీన్ గాల్వానిక్ అండ్ ఎలక్ట్రోలైటిక్, పొలారిటీ ఆఫ్ చార్జెస్ స్టూడెంట్స్, పొలారిటీ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రోడ్ చార్జెస్. Okay na, anode, cathode, both are have opposite charges in galvanic cell and electrolytic cell. Yes, absolutely electrolytic cell. Keep in mind. Okay, so this is what is going on if the external EMF is greater than 1.1 volts. Less than 1.1 volts, galvanic cell. Greater than 1.1 volts, electrolytic cell. Sir, what happens if external EMF is 1.1 volts, sir? If it is 1.1 volts, if it is 1.1 volts exactly, not less than, not greater than, then the total entire device under equilibrium situation, and that's why no cell reactions takes place here, because the created EMF is equals to the applied EMF, and that's why no cell reactions takes place here, and moreover there is no flow of current, my dear students, and which is going on whenever the external EMF is exactly equals to 1.1 volts. And another most important one, students, the IUPAC representation of cell. ఎలా సార్ ఎలా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తాం ఈ మొత్తం ఎంటైర్ గాల్వానిక్ సెల్స్ని? మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ వన్. ఇక్కడ వీడు ఏమంటాడంటే ఆక్సిడేషన్ జరిగిన ఆఫ్ సెల్ని ఎలా చూపించాలట? జింక్ లూజెస్ 2 electrons టు గివ్ Zn+2 కింద చూపించాలట, మధ్యలో ఒక చిన్న లైన్తో. ఓకేనా? రిడక్షన్ ఆఫ్ సెల్ని ఎలా చూపించాలి సార్? రిడక్షన్ ఆఫ్ సెల్ని ఎలా చూపించాలట? కాపర్ +2 అయాన్స్ గెయిన్స్ 2 electrons టు కన్వర్ట్ టు కాపర్. అదవుతుందన్న. సో ఈ ఆక్సిడేషన్ జరిగిన ఆఫ్ సెల్ ఏమో లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ రాయాలట, రిడక్షన్ జరిగిన ఆఫ్ సెల్ ఏమో రైట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్ రాయాలట. జింక్ లూజెస్ 2 electrons, కాపర్ గెయిన్ 2 electrons, లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ సైడ్, right hand side, and both are separated by, students, both are separated by salt bridge with a double vertical line. Double vertical line represents salt bridge. So this is IUPAC representation of cell. So in objective point of view, we found some questions. Write a overall reaction for this cell representation. Very very important one. Magnesium solid is there, magnesium +2 aqueous, Ag plus aqueous, Ag solid. Please write overall reaction here. Students, what we observed here, and I think this is LHS, means oxidation of cell, means magnesium lose 2 electrons as Mg+2. What about Ag plus, sir? Being a RHS, this is a reduction of cell. Reduction of cell means Ag plus gain 1 electron to give Ag. Okay, but here 2 electrons, here only 1 electron. To cancel electron, what we do? We just multiplied with 2. 2 electrons cancel, and we write overall reaction 2Ag plus, students, 2Ag plus and 2Ag. This is the IUPAC representation of cell, my dear students. And this is about galvanic cells, students. And our next class, we are discussing about our next topic, electrode potential, students. Electrode potential, standard electrode potential, and also the types of electrode potential. We are just awaiting for this video, my dear students. Thank you.